I'm Mark Wilson. I'm President and CEO of Ryla, and our story at Ryla is one that's not typical in a lot of ways, but typical in other ways. Not typical from the standpoint that we had pretty reasonable growth in the first, call it 7, 8 years of our business, and then explosive growth in the last couple of years. And typical from the sense that once you do get to a point where you scale to a different level, that you do need a different level of leadership financially. And so, on both those points, TechCXO was the answer for us. We went along for 8 years where we just had pretty methodical growth, as I mentioned, and then in 2008 we had tremendous growth and just exponential growth. We were 4 times our revenue from one year to the next. Just a lot of growth. Hired more than 2,500 people, and in that expanded our technology. Did all the things that we needed to do to upgrade the level of talent in our business. All the things that happen when you get to a different level of revenue size as a business. We experienced and needed help in leadership, and went on an exhaustive search to find a company that could help us with this. And obviously we looked at all of the leading outsourced financial services leadership companies that are out there, and landed on TechCXO. TechCXO was the perfect answer for us because we needed not only a company that was going to help us with navigating through all the financial landmines that were out there for us in this growth mode, but also a business partner, someone that could help us think through the logical ways that we should manage this high growth. And so we needed a special partner, and took real time and care with trying to find that partner. And ultimately, as we went through all of the choices, TechCXO was the choice for us, and it's worked out perfectly for us. Our business, and again, I'm really emphasizing explosive growth. We were, we're a people-oriented business. Payroll is the biggest one expense that we have, and as you're hiring 2,000 plus people on a permanent full-time basis, and right in the middle of that we have some seasonality that's ongoing that required another 2,000 folks. At any given point we were hiring between 3,000 and 4,000 people. The cash requirements that we had as a business during that period were enormous. And to try to get the banks to cooperate with us, and to try to figure out how we work with our suppliers to get the proper payment terms so that we can get cash in, all those things are very complex and tedious and required literally day-by-day management. And we needed a quick study. We needed a company or a leadership that could come in and understand these dynamics pretty quickly, and then to help us. And TechCXO was perfect for us. Neil Miller brought in a team of folks, including Jason Scherer, who was a person that really adept at modeling and helping us to try to model out different scenarios, to put us in position to talk to those financing institutions for the technology that we were trying to get, to have decent packages that they assembled for us to go before those companies. It was just really great. And we just did not have that level of skill or bandwidth on our team at the time, and we had a really solid team. I don't want to try to paint the wrong picture about the team that we had in place, but these guys brought the added extra level of support and leadership that we needed as a business during those pretty intense times. When you're a high growth company, it's just the nature of that requires a different level of leadership across your whole company. And I would place special emphasis on the financial management of the financial affairs of your company. My advice would be to seek out and find those that have the relevant experience for what it is that you're planning to do as a business around growth. And I will tell you, it'll pay off for you tenfold. For us, it was absolutely the right decision for us to seek outside help as we went through the high growth, and then as we positioned ourselves for for an acquisition. And that help proved to be invaluable. We were successful on both in both those times that we used outside help, and in our case, TechCXO. I would just say that it's the smartest decision that you could make is to support yourself with help, particularly at a CFO level. In 2007, when we first made the decision that we were going to position ourselves for growth, we did go out and look for capital, and we did that with the current team, the team that we had in place at that time. And we were successful in getting a $7 million investment from Frontier Capital, along with a couple of other angel investors at the time. And that positioned us for the growth that we experienced throughout 2008 and into 2009, where we had 4x growth, where we went from 25 million to more than 100 million. It was because of the funding, the equity funding that we got from Frontier.
So when we first met Ryla, they were a high-growth business, were a little early stage for us, but got to know each other over a period of time. We tracked them, they tracked us for 2 years or so. And at the time we made the investment, Ryla was terrific at a handful of categories. They had very low turnover for their industry, which allowed them to price their business in a way that was attractive for margins for us and attractive to their customers, and still provide a high-end, high-touch, purely domestic call center solution to their businesses. They had a very unique culture at Ryla that resulted in their ability to recruit vast numbers of people quickly, and were very flexible and provided a terrific level of service to their end customers. So we were attracted by both Mark's success, the success of the business, and of course the niche in which they were operating. So the stage at which we got in, Mark and Ryla were really at somewhat of an inflection point. They had opportunistically grown their business to the point they had, and were facing big opportunities in front of them. Along with that came challenges, both on the financial side as well as operationally, how to scale their business, as well as strategically, how are they going to fit into the bigger jigsaw puzzle of domestic and international call center operators.
The one good thing about TechCXO is they never lost their focus on what their mission was, which was to get us through the high growth mode that we were in, and to position us for the next level of capitalization, which that was the plan. We had outside money in our company, and we knew that we were going to continue to grow. And so what TechCXO helped us to do was to go out and source a permanent CFO to come in. They helped us to do that. We were able to bring that resource in, and then time went on, and we made a decision to recapitalize our business for the next level of growth. And we knew that we were going to need some help and support with that effort, given the fact that we never stopped growing. I mean, we went in 2008 from $25 million as a company in top line revenue to more than $100 million in 2009, and that was pre and post TechCXO the first time. So once we got to the 100 million and we were needing to go to the next level, and we decided that we were going to go out for another round of financing, we wanted to support our current leadership and the permanent CFO that we had in with the leadership from TechCXO. So we called on them again to come back and help us with that. And they came in and helped us with all of the ancillary things around diligence and modeling for the prospective investors in our company, and wound up taking a very significant role in helping us to get the transaction done. And in April, we were able to consummate a deal which brought in an acquirer that purchased our company, as a result of the help that we got from TechCXO. So we've really gotten from the high growth and managing through the turbulent times to going to the next level of growth and really positioning ourselves for another investment. We've had that support from TechCXO both times. It's been just outstanding.